Now, there's nothing basically wrong with control. We do need to have control over what we can control, which is ourselves, our own intention, how we treat ourselves. The problems come in when we try to control what we can't control, which is other people. Now, the wounded self has a big false belief that we can control other people if only we do it right, if only we say the right thing, if only we get upset enough, if only we give ourselves up enough, if only we learn exactly how to do it, then we can have control over getting other people to give us the love that we're not giving to ourselves. The more we abandon ourselves, the more we don't see our own value, the worse we treat ourselves, the more judgmental we are towards ourselves, then the worse we feel inside, and the more we want to have control over other people, giving us the love that we need, defining our worth, seeing our value, because we are not doing that for ourselves. Now, one of the things, as I said, that's so important when it comes to controlling behavior is to not be judgmental towards yourself or towards others, because we've all learned to control for very, very good reasons. There's just no way, with all the hurt that we experienced as we were growing up, that we would not learn to have control, to try and have control over getting love and avoiding pain. So please, as I talk about this and as you read about it, please suspend judgment of the various ways that you're learning about regarding how you try and control. Now, most of us have learned both overt and covert ways to try and control. For example, overt ways would be getting angry, yelling, blaming, sarcasm, hitting, violence, certainly. Those are overt ways of trying to control. Threatening the loss of things like income, threatening suicide. These are various overt ways of trying to control. There's many covert ways of trying to control. Right now, I'd like to talk about some of the more covert ways that many of us have learned to control. And one of them is giving ourselves up, going along, being the nice girl, the nice guy, the good guy. Now, there's nothing wrong with being nice. The problem is, very often, it's not the same thing as being loving. Sometimes when we're nice, it's because we have an agenda. And anytime we have an agenda, it's a form of control. So if you think about giving yourself up, being nice, going along, what's the agenda? The agenda is to get people to like you, to see you, to love you, to give you the attention that you're not giving to yourself. The same way with the overt control. It has an agenda to get people to do what you want them to do and see you the way you want to be seen. And so controlling behavior always has an agenda. That's one of the ways you know whether or not your behavior is controlling or not. If you're in a really connected state and you've been taking loving care of yourself and you're filled with love and you're being nice to others, you're doing things for others for the joy of it, that's not controlling because you don't have an agenda attached.